I have this book that I've been reading called The Power of Awareness, and I'm just scrolling to a random page. I sometimes like to do that, so I do whatever spirit calls me to do. And on this page, it's saying, bear in mind that Christ in you is your imagination. As the appearance of our world is determined by the particular state with which we are fused, so may we determine our fate as individuals by fusing our imaginations with ideals we seek to realize. On the distinction between our states of consciousness depends on the distinction between the circumstances and the conditions of our lives. Man who is free in his choice of state often cries out to be saved from the state of his choice. Wow. Choose wisely the state that you will serve. All states are lifeless until imagination fuses with them. All things, when they are admitted, are made manifest by the light. For everything that is made manifest is light. All right. So, random page. So, this is definitely hitting on that Christ consciousness. This is kind of the energy that I was getting in actually early this morning. I went live maybe 1 in the morning today, and I kept getting a lot of Christos energy. And it's funny how I just lost the page, but to me, this is talking about that fifth dimensional type of energy. And I believe that this is the plane that we're on now. Like, instead of up, down, back, forth, left, right, backward, forward, whatever. Now, this is, plus time. That's 4 dimensions. So, left, right, back, forth, up, down, plus time. That's 4 dimensions. So when you go in and out, that is the fifth dimension. So now we're talking about Christ consciousness. When you're in the fifth dimension, you tend to go within. And so this is, to me, talking about fusing your thoughts with your imagination to manifest. Hi, how you doing, Satari? Right. So we are in this manifestation, Christ-like, angelic-like energy right now. And for those of you who do have a Christian background, it'll be a good time to kind of tap into that energy. So if you're like me, you are, oh yeah, I'm great. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm great. Yeah, so say you're not Christian now. Obviously, you might not be Christian if you're on this channel. However, however, it is important to tap into the Christ-like energy right now. If any of you are into like worship music or into gospel or into that kind of positive music, now is a good time to start playing it. It's a good time to start playing it. I'm from New York. I'm from New York, born and raised in New York, but now I live in Atlanta. All right. So, yeah, I'm getting that energy of the crown, Christos, the crown. And it's funny, yesterday I started my live with singing a song called I Shall Wear a Crown. So, my collective, you guys are tapped into your personal power. You're tapped into your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is tingling. Ooh, hello from Iran. Yeah, you may be having migraines, headaches. You're getting messages. You're getting a lot of messages right now. But this Christos energy is really getting to me. I do view Jesus as a type of savior. I'm not going to say he is my personal Lord and Savior, but I grew up in the Christian faith and the Christian religion, and I am a believer of his work. I believe in the Bible. I don't believe Jesus wrote the Bible, but I am a believer of the faith and of the walk that Christ had. And I believe that we're all supposed to walk in that same light. Not that we're supposed to praise him or worship him and deem him as the ultimate Lord, but follow his teachings, to follow his examples. You know, I believe that's what we're actually called here to do, to be Christ-like in our minds, to be Christ-like in our hearts and in our spirits. So honestly, when you tap into that Christos energy, you reach ultimate enlightenment. So that's the kind of energy that I'm tapped into. Someone who's reaching ultimate enlightenment, and it's causing you to end cycles. So something has been like a full circle for somebody. Think about where you were in 2016. The knowledge, what you started getting into, who you were with. There is a cycle that seems to be coming back around for somebody, and you have the key. You have the key. You have the key to open the door. You've been enlightened. You are no longer a fit for the fourth dimension, the third dimension. You are fit. You are in the fifth dimension. I'm also getting that movie, The Fifth Element. That's important too. There were just 5 people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you, Sater. That number 5 energy, you know, it's funny that number 5 energy is also about transformation, but so is the number 9. The number 9 is about supernatural transformation. It's about the ending of a cycle. You guys also know what today is. Today is 9/9/2025. Okay, so you know, we're in the month 9, we're in the day 9. 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. You add up the year, the month, and the day, which adds up to 27, and you still get 9. So there's something about this 9 energy that is really important. Okay, all right. For those of you, I'm not here to do religion with anybody. I'm just talking to everybody about tapping into the Christ-like energy, okay? That is it. That is it. A cycle. See, it says hello again. If some of you are not careful, you're going to repeat a cycle. It says recover, but this says recycle. So there's something about a loop. I see a loop happening with somebody. I see somebody going in circles, and if you're not careful, you're going to be stuck in a pattern that you've been over the last 9 years. You're going to repeat another pattern. You need to lose that job, leave that person. For some of you, you need to move out of the state, get rid of a friend. And I know it's funny when you hear people say these things. It's not that easy. But you can start the process. However it is that looks for you, you can start the process to endings. Look at that. Skull. I can't even see the number 26. It's funny. That says Friday 11th. The number 11 could be important to somebody. Somebody could be a life path 11. But yeah, there's something about endings going on here. Definitely releasing. Okay. Okay. Fences, boundaries, okay? All right, somebody needs to be cautious about people that they're around. Somebody needs to be cautious about things that they're getting into because it's taking you off your path. I'm also tapping into somebody who may need to apologize to someone. Yeah, you can't move forward until you've apologized to somebody. For others of you, it's time for you to put up boundaries or set firmer boundaries. Okay. Ancestry. That's interesting that that's coming up. Honoring our roots. You know, I feel there are some of you who are afraid of breaking free from the religious system, who are afraid of breaking free from what we've been taught. Like, all I know is religion. Everybody that I know in my family was Christian. All I know, that's all that I know. And so it kind of feels like taboo to kind of, not that you're going away from it, but you don't want to just put God into a box. That's how I'm seeing the people on my live. It's like some of you may have came from religious systems, religious backgrounds, but you are dipping and dabbing into different forms of divination and spirituality, and you're just finding out who you are in all of this. Some of you, also, I'm seeing where you need to set boundaries with family, but there's something about honoring where you came from, but also not being afraid to explore other parts of you, because there are other parts of you that may be calling you. You know, everybody does not have a calling to Christianity, and everybody doesn't have a calling to Hinduism. These are all different paths to get to God. That's how. Well, great for you. Great for you, Gorilla Killer. You've explored. Wonderful. And if you found your way back to Christ, wonderful. But that's not everybody's path. You know, we are in the age of enlightenment, we're in the age of technology, and people need to explore. And if it's their calling and will and purpose to get back to Christ, then they will. But they have to explore other pantheons and other religions and other systems to see where they resonate with. People's souls are growing. Everyone is not here to be confined and to do what they have been told. Most people here in the United States, if you've grown up in the United States, you're by default a Christian. This is the way. This has always been the way. This is what we've been taught. This is what we know. This is what feels familiar. But we are being called to step out of the box of religion and really look at where we are, who we are, and where we're going as a people. But you don't have to lose sight of where you came from. You don't have to uh disrespect Jesus in the process. That's not what you're doing. You're just honoring different parts of you that is calling for expansion. That is what I'm tapping into. But in particular, I do see somebody who is tapping into their God-given self, their Christ-like self, right? So you're tapping into spirit, you're affirming to yourself, you're speaking to yourself. And when you communicate within, when you have that inner dialogue with yourself within, you are no longer a shell speaking, you're a being speaking. You're tapping into your divine self, is what I'm getting. And this is the same energy that Jesus was tapped into. He was a regular human like everybody else who walked the earth. He is just someone who found his who's tapped into his calling. He tapped into his calling. He tapped into alchemy. He tapped into magic. He studied. Okay, then just leave, Gorilla Kill, whatever your name is. Just go. You don't got to be here defending and be typing on lives. Just go about your business and follow Christ. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to convince me or nobody on here. There's plenty of other channels that need your help and need your guidance, so you can go ahead and follow them. But this is for somebody who has a calling and who is tapping into their Christ-like consciousness. Their crown chakra has been upgraded. Yeah, and you are being divinely guided. I'm talking to someone who's being divinely guided and led. Ooh, this is powerful. The numbers 33 can be significant for somebody. Right. Somebody has the heart of Christ. I'm talking to someone who has empathy, compassion, love. You know, Jesus spoke the language that everyone should speak. And that was love. If every creature could understand one thing, and that's love. That same energy, that same humility, that same thoughtfulness. Right, but you need to have boundaries. Whoever I'm talking to, you need to have boundaries. Maybe you're thinking about giving back to a shelter, giving back to the needy. I don't know, working overseas, becoming a nurse. You know, maybe you're thinking about becoming a therapist. Maybe you're thinking about, you know, going into a profession where you're helping people. You know, where you're expressing that Christ-like love and compassion, but you're being called to be cautious and just to be mindful, because sometimes, you know, you naturally being a giver and you naturally being compassionate, at times people can be takers. So you need to you know, draw the line there somewhere. But I'm talking to somebody who has a calling, right? I just said the number 33 was significant, and it says divine guidance. I know this is coming off backwards, but this is the number 33. I'm literally feeling that number 33. I'm thinking about, you know, how Jesus died at 33. Um, that, yes, I know Christ died at 33 because there is a connection here. The numbers don't lie. I feel a connection, and he was a star on earth. He was influential. He was, and still is, you know, and he is still someone who divinely guides us. And I just feel somebody tapping into that same energy. Wow, I could be talking to a star seed as well. I can be talking to a indigo child, someone who may resonate as an earth angel type of energy. But this 9-9 energy is really, crown came out again. Someone's tapping into that Christ-like crown. Somebody's putting on their crown. Someone's tapping into their personal power. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Mountains. Okay, but there will be obstacles. There are obstacles. Of course, you heard that term before, new levels, new devils, right? Oh, okay. Beautiful. I'm gonna sing, oh, that song. Yep, boundaries. So I see the messages keep going on around and around, but there is something about you putting up your boundaries and sticking to what you know and not letting anybody bully you or try to conform you or make you feel guilty about learning new forms of information and magic, whatever you're getting into. Don't let anybody stop you from growing, because when you just stick to one thing, you don't grow. You need to grow. You need to grow. And if that looks like you practicing another religion, if that looks like you exploring another college major or changing your profession, then you need to do that. You need to do that. All right. But I'm talking to a star. I'm talking to a star seed. I'm talking to somebody who is tapping into their Christ-like consciousness. Okay. I'm talking to somebody who is here, who is meant to walk this earth and to leave a legacy. And a lot of the times people think you leave a legacy by, you know, leaving money to your children or, you know, I don't know. People think leaving a legacy means one thing, but a lot of the times, or what I've come to learn, that leaving a legacy is, it's about how you make people feel. Like, people can remember everything that they may remember everything that you said. They may not remember what you say, but they remember how you made them feel. That's what I'm kind of getting. I'm getting to somebody who, oh my gosh, your heart is, it's of gold. People remember you. People are going to remember how you spoke to them, how you helped them, how you got them through. Right. Earth star activation. Earth star activation, anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. People are going to remember you for what you said, what you did. And it could be something small, but it was so huge to somebody. Right. Seraphim's gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. Wow, I'm getting a lot of cards about divine energy. This is powerful, you guys. I'm almost a little speechless because there's really some high vibrational energy here, and they're here to support you. I'm maybe talking to someone who feel like they can't do it, or who feel like they can't take the next step in life, or who feels a little lost in the sauce. You don't know which way to go. You've been getting readings here, you've been seeking this here, you've been scrolling, you've just been looking and searching and wandering, but I'm getting the angels are here. All you have to do is speak. And it says voice activation here, right? And I was talking about that in and out, that inner dialect, that talk with your inner self. That's really important right now. So for you, it's not about speaking your affirmations out loud. It's about speaking your affirmations inward, you know? It's about tapping into that energy. That energy. For an example, you see this book, Times of the Signs, right? Take a good look at it. Now it's gone. If you close your eyes, you can see that book, but you didn't use these two eyes to see it. I dare you to say Times of the Signs in your mind. You said it, but you didn't use these two ears to hear what you said. What set of ears is that? You spoke Times of the Signs, but your mouth did not move. What voice is that? That's the inner man that I'm talking about. Using these eyes, you can see your future and you can see your past. Yet you didn't use these two eyes to do it. You need to tap in to that energy. You're speaking in your head, in your mind. You can hear yourself speak without moving these lips. That essence, that being is who existed before you had this earth suit. This is just the limited extension of us. You need to tap into that person who's seen Times of the Signs. When you close your eyes, you can see it. When you say it in your mind, you can hear yourself say it, but the mouth didn't move. That being is in the fifth dimension. That being existed with you since the beginning of time and will be with you when there is no time, when you do not exist in time. Now, time exists for us because we're on earth and earth is bound by time. But once the body is gone, only thing that's left is spirit, where there is no time. So it's something about tapping into that energy, building up the muscles in your inner being, in that energy. It's moving you closer to this divine energy. I can be talking to someone who feels like they have a connection to Egypt or Anubis, the goddess Isis, you know, Osiris, Thoth, you know. I'm feeling somebody who is tapping into ancient knowledge, ancient memory. Your algorithm is even changing, right? Wow, that's crazy. I just said Thoth. Thoth, absolutely. Light codes, light initiation, great teacher, great awakening, divine magic, more divine energy, temple of truth. Right. So throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. Like I said, it's about speaking to the inner man. It's about speaking to your higher self, because your higher self is speaking to you. That's who I'm talking to. And look what's at the bottom of the deck, the I am presence. For those who get it, get it. If you don't, if it's not resonating with you, please click off the live. There are hundreds of thousands of other people doing messages, but for those who get it, this is your message. I'm not here to talk to a lot of people. I'm only here to talk to the few people that the Most High told me to talk to. It don't matter what I look like. It don't matter what you think I am or what my hair looks like. It doesn't matter. I am none of these things at the end of the day. Okay? I'm the soul. I'm the being that dwells within, okay? I'm just showing up as this way. I'm just here to give you a message, baby. I'm not here to look good for you. I look good for my husband and my husband only, okay? All right? So, Palladian activation coming together, harmony in the heavens, and resolution. Whoa, okay, this is some high energy for anyone who wants to book a personal reading with me so I can just tune in specifically to your energy. Please message me on Instagram at _divine9 or email me at 360divinity@gmail.com, because I feel like I'm talking to, if not, I know there's 4 people in the chat. I'm talking to at least 2 people here that's experiencing some kind of shifts in their life. You've been feeling divine energy. You've been feeling energies around you. Your dreams have been out of this world. Maybe you haven't gotten the chance to write them down or to actually decipher what's going on with them. And you probably haven't been able to because this energy is intense. There's a lot of divine energy here. There's a lot of divine beings in your presence. And you know why? Because you have activated the divine energy within you. And so I feel like this 9/9 today in particular, you need to do something different. You need to go out in nature. I don't know, but whatever you normally do, I need you to not do that today. I need you to not do that today. Whoo, this angel. Ooh, I said angel. Someone got angelic angels around them. Look what fell out my deck. Archangel Michael. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who am I tapping into? Sheesh. I'm getting chills over here. What does my collective need to know? Angelic messages for my collective. Learn something new. I literally just said you need to do something new. Also earlier in the live, I did say you need to change your change your profession, change your work, just change. 999 energy is all about change and transformation. So this card says to learn something new. Literally, pray. 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 And I'm not getting the type of prayer where you're like informing God about, oh, I need help, I need this, and Lord this, Lord that. No, you are affirming, you are thanking, you are saying it is already done and thank you. All right, that kind of prayer, not the kind of prayer where you need, gimme, 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 gimme. No, no. I'm talking to somebody who, wow, something's different about you. Something's changed. Something's changed. My God. I'm getting that song. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, but just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Oh, yes. I was just saying, get out in nature. Get out in nature. Mm, my nose. I have a cold, you guys. And allow love to come in. All right. God is asking you to show appreciation for who you are, for where you've been, and allow him or her, however you view God, to take them where you're going. But just take care of yourself and to be mindful of other energies that may try to interfere with your new thought patterns or your new way of being or your, I don't know, your newfound energy for just life. You know, people hate on that. People see the light in you and they will try to destroy you any which and every way that they can. That is the test of living in the matrix. That is one of the curses of living on earth. You're going to be pulled each and which and every way. Okay? And you're not everybody's cup of tea, and that is okay. You got to be okay with that. All right? So God is asking you to allow love in. That Archangel Michael card is really standing out to me. I'm going to just read the energy to that. It says, you've received this card because Archangel Michael wishes to work with you in your divine mission. Like all the archangels, Michael can be with you and everyone simultaneously, as he's unlimited and non-denominational. He helps anyone who asks, especially if you have a life purpose to help the earth, which all indigos do. As the giver of strength, Archangel Michael reminds you of your role on earth. He helps you release fear and have a healthy level of self confidence. Call upon him anytime you are afraid and know that you are immediately protected by the grace of heaven. Ask Archangel Michael to guide your decisions based on your purpose instead of fear, and rest assured that he will lead you to your highest potential. Whenever you feel alone, afraid, or vulnerable, allow the power of this magnificent angel to bring a comforting sense of protection to you. All right, that was specific for somebody. All right, that was nice. Okay, Archangel Michael. All right, Archangel Michael may be specific for someone. I also saw as I was shuffling Archangel Metatron. I don't really, I'm not too familiar with Archangel Metatron. I heard the name before, but I got to do my research on Metatron. So far, I've only heard of Michael and Raphael. So I can't speak on all the angels, but when I get these cards, I make sure that I'm genuinely led to them and I read the definitions as they come out. Sometimes I don't read the definition. I just read the card as I feel to it. So this could have been specific to somebody, okay? All right. So right now I am taking just some brief questions. You can ask the question in your mind and I can just pull a card for you. I won't explain, but I'll just pull a card for you. So for anybody who has a question or who, you know, just wants some kind of confirmation, I have angel cards, I have activation cards, and I have my times of the sign cards out. So this is not the tarot. This is oracle cards. There's a difference, okay? Oracle cards are just literally messages and pictures and signs. The tarot is somewhat of a different system. Okay? So for anybody who has any questions, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, okay? So I won't be on here too long, but I'll stay a few minutes, and whatever comes to me. I can't believe I've been on here 35 minutes. That is wild. Wild. Change me, oh God. Make me more like you. Change me, oh God. Watch me through and through. Wow. Anunnaki light codes. I've been getting a lot about the Anunnaki. I need to go ahead and do some homework because I have been hearing a lot about the Anunnaki. And this came out yesterday in my reading. If you guys want to check out yesterday's reading, and it talks about energetic shifts, new information, and ends of a cycle. And that's exactly what today is about. 999 is about endings of a cycle, releasing karmic debt, releasing and clearing old energy. Like, officially, not no. I mean, this is a reset, a real reset. For some people, I've been hearing a lot of course, I'm in the Christian faith and community. You know, it's the end of the world. Jesus is coming. You know, the rapture is here. And I know what people are feeling. You know, the world is ending. The world is just ending as we know it. Not that the world is literally ending. You know, 444 on the timer. The world is ending as we know it to be. There has been a split in dimensions. You're either on the third, the fourth, the fifth. For some people, six, seven. Just depends on where you are. I am so sleepy, you guys, and under the weather. I don't know what I done got. I feel like some kind of mini COVID. I don't know what this is, but my head is pounding right now. But I felt compelled to give this message to somebody. Wow. Light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade. Wow. Somebody is changing. There's this energy around the crown chakra. Someone really has ancient ties to Egypt because the cards that I'm picking up, boy. Karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. Right? It's time to live your truth. You can't stay the same no more. You're weird these days if you're not weird. Somebody yesterday came on my live and told me I'm weird. I'm like, okay, do you see what age we're in? We're in the greatest time in history with the most knowledge we've ever had, with TV shows and different people and different vibes and different parenting. We're not in the same world. Of course, everyone's different. Of course, everybody's a little strange. That's what makes them unique. I bet you Jesus looked really strange to a whole lot of people for doing what he was doing. He wasn't acting like no regular Christian. This man was taking pieces of bread and feeding thousands of people with it, turning water into wine, healing the sick, prophesying, raising people up from the dead. Does that sound like a normal person to you? No, that's an alchemist. That is a divine being. That is a Reiki healer. He sounds like he worked with crystals. He studied in the ancient. He studied at the ancient temples. They skip a whole part of his life, like the whole. They had him from birth to 12, and then you don't see him until he turns 33. What was he doing all that time? Though that's in the lost books of the Bible. They're not even disclosing that information to the masses. You know, we're not supposed to have access to that kind of information, because if we did, we wouldn't be so scared. We wouldn't be so scary of things. If everybody knew their power, if everybody knew the kind of power that we've had access to, that we have access to, what religion? We wouldn't be able to be controlled with religion. They put Jesus in a box. They put Jesus in a box. They put God in a box. Church to me, religion to me, is putting God in a box. You cannot package him in a one system and say, boom, that's the only way to the creator. You gotta be kidding me. Greatest lie man has ever told us. Okay? If you still here in the chat, please, I feel like I still have a message for somebody, but I am going to end this live really soon. Ooh, I need to make some more soup. But yeah, Jesus is a whole alchemist out here, you guys. Jesus is a whole crown chakra upgrade. I'm telling you, somebody's crown chakra is on point right now. Trust your intuition. Trust the information that you're receiving. Trust the downloads. When I see this card, I call this card the Ruach HaKodesh. This is the Holy Spirit. All right? You want a holy experience? Let me give you a little tip from church, because I sing at church. I sang at church my whole life. Granddaddy a pastor, grandma a pastor, everybody in my family is involved in the church in some kind of way. Of course, when you go to church, the first thing that they do is praise and worship. Why do they do praise and worship first? To invoke the Holy Spirit. They want to bring the Spirit of God into the room, into the atmosphere before the pastor speaks. So what I'm getting here, someone needs to listen to some worship music, or you need to sing. If you want to experience some type of shift or some kind of miraculous energy, I encourage you to sing a song. Sing a song to invoke change. Sing a song to call in the Holy Spirit. I promise you, you're going to feel a shift. But you got to sing it with your heart. You got to sing with your heart. Wow. Look at this card falling out. Relax and release. We're still in that full moon energy, guys. That full moon energy is about releasing. And if you've been called to relax and sleep, please do so. Came out again. Crown chakra upgrade. Miraculous energy. Holy experiences. I'm telling you. The Christos energy is here. All right. So if no one responds by 44 minutes with a question, then I'm going to log off. But if you've been here this long, please like and share the video. That will really help me grow. I'd really appreciate you. I'm growing just like you are. I'm with this journey growing with you. All right. I'm here learning just like everybody else. Okay. But someone has reached a beacon of enlightenment. Hello, Miss Mary Love. How you doing? Hi. Hello, Mary Love. Alrighty. There's 4 people in the room. I'm Fa. Do you have a question? Oh. God is telling me believe in yourself. I'm fabulous. Thanks for asking. Okay. Yes, you are. Ask for a sign. This is for somebody. Ask for a sign. Y'all see that full moon? We still have a full moon outside. Ask for a sign. Somebody might. What is that noise? Oh, that's my dishwasher. Okay. time watching on the TV to chat, I have to log into YouTube on my phone. Oh. Well, I'm glad you logged in. Any questions? Anybody got any questions? So, okay, Holy Spirit, give me a card for the viewers here now. What do they need to know? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to pull the card. What do they need to know for my viewers here? Dreams. Dreams, 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 dreams. Dreams. Someone need to go to sleep. I said this last night. Alarm just went off. Yeah, somebody need to go to sleep. My husband's 5 a.m. alarm, 4:53 alarm is going off. Somebody needs to go to sleep. It's Everett the man for me. And I just said husband. Hold on, Miss Love. Hold on. It's Everett the man for Miss Mary Love, Holy Spirit. What's the answer? You are loved. Yes, he is the man for you for this time. Yeah, he's the man for you. You are loved. That I'm taking that as a yes. You see this man with a flower behind his back? Yes, Miss Mary. Yes. He is the man for you. At this time, yes, he is the man for you. Okay, that came out very quick. And I said husband as you asked that question, and his alarm just went off. My husband's alarm just went off. Yes. I keep getting time to create. Is Josh my twin flame or a karmic false twin? All right, Casey Dixon, let's see. Is Josh Dixon's twin flame or a false twin? What's the answer? What does he need to know? Casey Dixon. You already know. I've never pulled this card before. You may either need a personal reading with me or you just need to take this answer as it is. It says you already know. I've literally never pulled this card before. You already know. Hold on. Hold on. Where is my book? Because I've never seen that before. You already know. You already know. God, you asking me a question you already know the answer to. It says this card ironically comes to you when the answer is something you already know, but are denying or require confirmation of. In this circumstance, the angels are saying that you have the answer and you also know exactly what to do to move forward. This card asks you to trust in yourself and the divine order of the universe and to do what is best for you. Only good can come from listening to your guidance, and only good can come from trusting in your own intuition. Yikes. That's, dang, I never seen that card before. That was really for you. You already know the answer, Casey Dixon. My ancestors want me to use my own intuition. Yes. Look, the ancestors, they walk with us just to help us use it. I mean, their very blood is going through the veins in our body. Now, of course, we know, you're welcome, sweetheart. Now, of course, we know all ancestors were not good people. So use your discernment with that. Every ancestor don't just ascend because they go to the other side. Now, a lot of them have realizations, but even then, it takes time for some of them. So you want to make sure you're connecting with the ancestor that you looked up to, that you share some kind of commonality with. And if you don't, before asking an ancestor you're not too familiar with, just build a relationship like you would do with anyone else. Like you have to build a relationship with Jesus, you have to build a relationship with Buddha, or whoever you're talking to on the other side. You have to build a connection, a relationship with them. All right, so thank you, Miss Mary Love, and thank you, Casey Dixon. Please like the video for me so this can get to more people. All right. Should I play at the casino? Haha, Mother Mary. Your name comes up. Mother Mary. I'm gonna take that as a no. Um your chances of receiving fortune, it's gonna come in a more divine way. Now, yes, you can go to the casino, have a good time. Um, but if you're looking for a windfall of abundance to come your way, it's gonna come naturally. It's gonna come. Hmm. You got to be in a different energy, Miss Mary. But it's interesting that your name come out, Mother Mary. I don't know. That's a no. That's a very divine woman, Mother Mary. I mean, if a friend invites you to the casino and you want to go out with the friend, I mean, go ahead, have a good time. Don't not have a good time. But if you're looking for abundance, I see it coming in a different form, in a different light. You know. All right. But yeah, if you want to connect to your ancestors and you're not too certain about them, ask questions, get to know them. You know, do your ancestry. Or if you don't want to, connect to an ancestor, you think everybody in your family is bad or whatever, just um I would connect to an energy. It just depends. It just depends. Connect to an energy that you look up to. Like, say if you want to be an author and you have no authors in your family, but you want guidance, you want spiritual guidance on how to write that book or how to get into the energy of writing a book, or you want that kind of inspiration, and you feel like you need help from the other side, tap into a deceased author like Toni Morrison. Look into the life of Toni Morrison. This is or Zora Neale Hurston, whoever you look up to, or whoever, or Maya Angelou, someone who's known for doing works that you resonate with. Make a connection there. And a lot of the times you can just connect on that level, and they'll work with you. But of course you have to come sincere, come with a clean whole heart. And you don't want to just hit up ancestors and deities like gimme, gimme, gimme. You build a relationship with them first. That's like a man going up to a woman and saying, let me get some, and then offer her nothing, didn't take her out, didn't dine her, didn't get to know her, didn't build a relationship or a connection. You're gonna feel offended, right? So I see it as the same for the other side. You want to build a connection and a rapport. It doesn't matter with whom it is. Just say hello. Just talk to them like you're talking to your best friend, and you'll find that they'll commune with you. They'll talk with you. They'll walk with you. They'll give you signs. And we're in a space where the veil is really thin and the other side really isn't far at all. Hotel, hotel in the casino? What? Well then, girl, if the casino's in the hotel, shoot, have fun. Have a good time. Have a good time. Don't go crazy. You got this card that just, now look at this. You already know. Okay, you know what to do. Man, my cards is sunning y'all on this live right now. Y'all already know what to do. All right, if you in the building, please like. There's 8 people. Please like it. It don't cost you nothing to like this video. Just like the video. I would really appreciate it. And if you got any questions, I've been on here longer than I was supposed to. My husband's alarm that went off. Shoot. All right, pray. Pray came out again for the collective. All right, all right. Pray. pray. Okay, pray. Pray. Hmm. Hmm. Pray. Pray. Why do they need to pray? Of course, we know why, but it just keeps coming out. So I'm going to read the definition to it because, pray means to me what it means. Pray. It says sometimes indigos don't realize how powerful their thoughts and words are. This card reminds you to pray and to think positively because negative thoughts and words can actually block you from living your purpose and dreams. This is especially true if deep down you believe you don't deserve what you want or that achieving it is unrealistic. When you pray, you shift your focus and your energy away from what's not working and align yourself with God and the angels. This connects you with your higher self, which knows that nothing is impossible. Prayer is an opportunity to lift your vibration higher to the place of wholeness and healing. The next time you're worried, take a few moments to say a prayer and trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You'll then feel the power of the angels surrounding and uplifting you to guide you and direct your path. Simple. Simple. Love it. Love that. I love this energy for you. All right. So affirm. All right. It's also the 999 portal, you guys. Today, it's a good time to release things out of your life. So I would write what you're trying to release 9 times, burn it, do a meditation behind that for maybe 9 minutes, and then write down what it is that you are bringing forth into your life 9 times. You can do the 369 manifestation method. I actually have that book. It's called the 369 Manifestation Journal, where you write down in the morning, you write down 3 things you want to manifest. No, you write what you want to manifest 3 times. In the afternoon, you repeat what you want 6 times. And then in the evening, you reinforce your desires 9 times. So this is a really good book, journal to use if you want to manifest and tap into your manifestation energies during this portal. All right, there's 5 people in the room. If you in the room, like the video. Like the video. It's so rare that I go live, but I don't know what's in the energy. I don't know what's going on, but I feel this calling to go live, and I've been live for 2 nights in a row now. So that's different for me. And yeah, I just had a baby, and so it's been really hard for me to go live because I have a little newborn. And yeah, but somehow, some way, she's been sleeping throughout the night, and I've actually been called to do these messages. So I'm really happy if this message has blessed someone or gave someone a confirmation or made someone's day. So yeah, hey Crystal Roberts. Yeah, so all right, so I'm at 58 minutes, 39 seconds. Yep, I'm gonna end it at the hour because my head is pounding and I'm not feeling. Let me not even say that. I'm not gonna even say that. Not during this portal. I feel great, but I can feel better. Let me just say that. So, oh, you welcome, Casey Dixon. You welcome. I'm happy to be here. Truly, truly, I'm here to help. I asked God, what can I do to help you? And he said, do what you know. Do what you're called to. And I was called to pick up these oracle cards. It's funny, exactly 9 years ago. So thank you. I'll send you love and light. Have a great day. You too, Casey Dixon. Sending you love and light as well. And power. And power. I need everybody to pray this prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, but the power to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's a prayer to pray today. Thank you. Good night. Good night. No questions? All right. Nobody got any more questions for me. All I can ask you to do is to like the video. There are 6 people in the room, 5 people in the room. Just like the video. And I thank you so much for being here. May God be with you during this portal. May you manifest your highest wishes and desires for your life. May you get everything in this life that you deserve, because you are deserving of it. And I'm going to pray that prayer for everybody who's tuned in to this message, that you receive whatever it is that you desire. You receive the life that you desire. I really do pray that for you. And I pray that you are the vessel. You become the kind of person that is not worthy, but I pray that you become the type of person that can handle the blessings that you are asking for. Because it's one thing to ask for the blessings, but if you can't hold the blessings that you ask for, then there was no point of actually receiving the blessings. So I pray that you become the energy that you need to become to hold the blessings, to sustain the blessings that you want and desire for your life. All right. Beautiful. 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 Good night. Well, good morning. I'm on the East Coast, so I'm on the East Coast. All right. Love you guys. My husband's alarm went off again. Let me get out of here. Bye.